Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, you're welcome. Thank you all so much for stopping by. So today's video will be making this very most popular Cameroonian soup, vegetable soup, and it's so delicious. Like, this is the most common soup. Like, when you think of any soup, this is the most common one any person will recommend to you. So let's make it, let's cook it, let's go step by step. So I begin by washing I'm using spinach. Normally you use water leaf. So I begin by washing it. You want to wash it because it can be sandy sometimes. And I just pick it and wash it really clean. Make sure you remove every sand, every dirt. Wash it many times as possible. So here are the ingredients. I chopped the spinach, and I'm using kanda or pomo or cow's. I'm using cow's stomach as well. Some smoked mackerel. You can use any smoked fish of your choice, and I'm using frozen spinach as well, and I'm using dried this is frozen spinach and pepper, and I'm using dry Eru. If you are in Africa, make sure you use fresh. It's just so nice with fresh one. Yeah, it's way better. Yeah, but because we cannot have it here, so I'm using dry one. It's still okay, it's still good. And I'm using palm oil and crayfish and some seasoning cubes and salt, of course. So that's very simple. That's all you need for Eru. It's really easy to make, but with the right steps. So I'm using meat as well. So I wash the meat and put it in this pot, and I'm adding seasoning cubes, and I like to cook it first. If you're using hard smoked fish, make sure you cook it with the meat at this point. So because the meat here is sometimes fatty, I like to just cook it dry, not to just cook it dry, so it removes some of the fat. I don't want to cook it with water, and it's not that hard anyways. So once it's cooked, you add the spinach or water leaf. If you're using water leaf, you add the water leaf. Don't mind, this is a lot, but it looks a lot, but it's going to shrink. So we're going to cook this. So I boiled the pomo and the cow stomach, so it's really done. I don't need to cook it for a very long time again, and Eru doesn't take long to cook anyway, so I just add it, and I'm going to leave the fish for later, like that smoked mackerel, so it's not hard to cook. So I'm just going to add that mackerel like 10 minutes to when I'm taking the pot down. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and like I said, it shrinks, and look at what is looking like. So this is where the frozen spinach come in. So I added the frozen spinach. I just like to mix both because it gives it like, I can't really explain, but if you're in Europe and you are able to have fresh spinach and frozen spinach, you commonly find frozen spinach, yeah, but If you can have the fresh one, just mix it with the chopped frozen spinach. And then I added the washed Eru. Make sure you wash it, guys. So I added it. I didn't just put everything at once because Eru is hard and you want to make sure the water leaf or your spinach is balanced with the Eru. You don't want the soup to be hard, like Eru is hard, so you don't want it. The water leaf is there to make it soft, so make sure it's balanced, and then you can add Eru anytime. So I added the crayfish and seasoning cubes. The seasoning cube is hard, so I just put it there. It's going to be smashed. So you add some salt, palm oil. This oil is, the quality of this oil is just so, it's 100%, like trust me, it's 100%. Otherwise oil in Europe cannot be very, very good. So sometimes you want to start with the oil, but in Africa the oil most of the time is good, and yeah, this is the time when you can add oil. But if you're using the one you're not so sure, or it has some smell or something, make sure you cook it, you cook the oil. So you want to start with that in the beginning. Yeah, so we're going to mix, and I'm adding the mackerel or the fish, smoked fish. Yeah, I'm adding because it's not hard, so it's going to cook for just 10 minutes. I don't want it to cook for a long time. So I mix everything and make sure it tastes really good, and that's all. That's how you cook Eru. The soup is the most common soup we have in Cameroon, and everyone loves Eru. If you are visiting, or if you, in fact, if you eat it, you must love it. Yeah, right? It's super, super delicious, and you can have this with fufu. We call it water fufu. Have it with some gari. You can have it with pounded yam. Just any swallow, and it's super, super delicious. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.